Hello everyone, it's your girl Asia from One Rain's Fango channel. Welcome back to my channel. We're going to be reviewing two episodes from Degrassi season 13. We're going to be reviewing episodes 21 and 22. 21 called No Surprises and episode 22 called Basket Case. Let's get into this. So for episode 21, there was only an A plot and a B plot that I really cared for. I really like this episode because I like that it took more of a focus onto Miles' is more of his home life and how his dad pretty much like is fucking him up psychologically, I guess you could say. So I want to start with the A plot first, which is around Claire and Drew before I get to the B plot. So the A plot in here is Claire and Drew. You know, this is like the first breakthrough of Degrassi, starting their whole storyline together, which is something I completely despise because it's like they could not wait to put him right back into another storyline with another girl right after his shit with Zoe just ended. Like his shit with Zoe just ended, like literally just ended, and they couldn't wait to put him in this little storyline with Claire. So Claire wants to do like a couple bungee jumping date with Connor and Jenna and her and Eli. She called Eli and asked him when would he be down here, tomorrow so they can go to the bungee jumping thing. He told her that he's not gonna be able to because the editing for his movie is taking too long. It should have been done by now, but it's taking forever. And she told him that they both agreed that long distance wasn't gonna be easy. Jenna asked Claire, was the plans gonna be canceled because Eli couldn't make it? Claire said no, she'll figure out something different. When they was having like their school president meeting with everyone that's like on the council, Jenna mentioned it, and Drew said that he'll, want to come. It could just be a friend thing, no couple thing. Claire said she was cool with that. So once they doing the bungee jumping thing, you could really sense like the sexual tension between Claire and Drew. After the bungee jumping, they get in the car. They getting out of their wet clothes, and as Drew was getting like undressed out of his wet clothes to put on his dry ones, Claire is like literally checking him out in the back of her car. He moved to the front and asked her, did she want to go get a sandwich and did she want to hang out? She told Drew no, she don't think it's a good idea, and he said why not? He thought they were having fun, and he said okay, she didn't want to do that because she drop him off home on her way home, and she said no. She said if he could see if he could get a ride with Connor and Jenna, and he said sure. So Claire obviously knows she's attracted to Drew, and I already felt that she was. I feel like she was attracted to Drew and jealous of Drew, jealous of what Drew and Zoe had going on when he was with her, because she was always the only one who would make fun of him being with a knife, like a 10th grader. Like she would always say, "Oh, are you gonna go play spin the bottle? Or are you guys gonna go play truth or dare?" Like she'll be the only one that would really make fun of him. Not everybody else clowned him for being with a 10th grader. Claire was just always the main one who always had something to say because of what? Because she was jealous. So but there is something that pointed out to me with the whole Claire and Drew thing, right? So before they jumped into the water from the bungee jumping, Drew said that Eli was missing out on something fun, and she said who. So right off the bat, that made me feel like that Claire was already losing feelings for Eli, but she just wasn't just didn't have the balls to say that to him. Because if you're attracted to somebody else and if somebody else can do something for you that someone in your relationship can do you, not that, let me say this, if somebody else in a relationship can hold your attention and can do all the things for you that I do for you, then I don't want you. You can be with them. That's if I was Eli, that's what I would have left Claire right over there, because you like Drew. You're attracted to this guy. You like the time you and him spend together. And obviously when you're hanging out with him, you forget about me. You forget that we're in a relationship. You feel me? And it's like I can't necessarily, it's like, okay, I get that Claire was lonely and she didn't like the long distance, but I'm not going to condone cheating. I'm not going to sit here and act like I agree with her actions when I don't. I feel like she should have told Eli head up that she just did not like the long distance. I feel like she should have told Eli head up that the long distance was drifting them apart and that she feel like she cannot do this anymore. She cannot sit here at home, go to school, and act like she is not breaking down and feeling lonely because he is not here, he's at school. Had she told Eli head up, I'm pretty sure her and Eli could have done something to fix it. Or she could have done something where she felt like since he told her he kissed that girl, their relationship have not felt the same. There's anything else she could have said to Eli. She could have gave my nigga a head up for anything else. But the fact that she didn't, and she went to lean on for Drew for comfort, just to use him for the moment, I don't agree with that. And it just really makes me pissed that Degrassi, yet again, drags him into something that he really doesn't need to be a part of. So, that's the A plot. The B plot, I loved way more in this episode than the A plot. Not even gonna cap to you. Because I like that this episode really gave us more of an insight on Miles' character as far as his home life. You know, like, so with his B plot, you know, him and Maya are skinny dipping. Dad walk in, he's pissed because he feel like Miles is trying to fuck up his campaign. I'm gonna do everything short and sweet because I'm not gonna recap every little thing because I'm pretty sure y'all have watched these episodes. So the next day at breakfast, the dad is mad, catching an attitude, and you know, Frankie and the mama basically trying to make it seem like that Maya is a slut. Talk about what do you expect when your dad walk in on you skinny dipping with some random girl. Miles had to chin check them and tell them Maya's not a random girl, she is his girlfriend. So his dad is like, he can't have Miles risking the campaign like that. So he told his family he had to run up to the office, and Miles told his mother that his dad does never sees the hard work he's always wanted to put in to be a better person. And that he told his mom that he agreed to a lot of shit for his dad's campaign to make it look like the father of the year, and his dad don't see that. And, you know, Miles is like, what does he do to show his dad that, you know, that he actually does care, that he wants to be mayor? His mom gonna say he need to try harder. And I'm thinking, like, in my head, I don't think Miles should have to try to do anything. In my opinion, your kids shouldn't have to work for your love. They shouldn't have to work for your affection. They shouldn't. It should be unconditional. So, of course, Miles will be fucked up psychologically, fucked up mentally and emotionally, because he does not get that love and comfort from neither one of his parents. His mother is a shitty parent just as much as the dad. She's a horrible parent. She never put her kids first. She never knew what was going on with her kids. She's just a horrible parent. Whenever Miles ever told her anything that was going on between him and the dad, she always took the father's side and made it seem like that Miles was either being a delinquent or he wasn't, you know, not doing something that was out of character. And it's like, it doesn't matter what Miles did. Miles is a kid, he's being a kid. Your husband is the one that's the problem here. Because when I tell you he does shit, you instantly take his side and don't look at what I'm telling you as your fucking child. And that's the problem. So both of Miles' parents were fucking horrible. Miles helped his dad with his campaign with posters. In the heat of him telling his father what he did for him, he saw his dad and the campaign manager, you know, whispering, talk about how they got a hotel and they gonna be meeting each other tonight, and da. So Miles told Maya that he know his dad is having an affair, that he bought a necklace for Andrea, that's the name of his father campaign manager, and he's gonna write a letter, you know, to see, you know, he's gonna try to scheme to see if they're really having an affair or was he overthinking it. So we get to, like, the ending of the episode where Miles and his family are sitting down, you know, rehearsing how they would be asked interviews and questions in the public. Before they even get the interview started, you know, Miles left the necklace that he bought for her, that he felt, you know, Miles bought the necklace for her, but he's made it seem like it was from his dad. The campaign manager saw the necklace, she read the letter, and she looked at his dad. So Miles wasn't overthinking. What he saw outside of the pool was true. His father is indeed having an affair. He's sitting on the couch. You can really see the rage that's like happening in his eyes, the disappointment of how his father could walk around and pretend like he's the best father and the best husband, when honestly he's having an affair outside of all of this. Miles sits down in a chair and, you know, he just looks so fucking angry. Like he looked like he wanted to really like wring the campaign manager's neck. Like, Eric Osborne acting in that moment was so fucking good. Like, his facial expressions was fucking fantastic. So she's asking them questions, and she asks Miles, how has his dad inspired him? He said his dad has inspired him because he taught him how to juggle with tasks, meetings and affairs, and he looked at Andrea, and the dad, got the feeling that Miles was probably onto something. He was talking about business affairs, and Miles said, "Ooh, yeah, business." He's a business must be pretty busy, Dad. And he got up out of his chair and knocked it over and said, "You know what? He's done for the day." The mom go check on Miles and ask him what kind of stunt is he trying to pull, and he told the mama that he's tired of the dad. Tired of his dad pretending like he's a good father and a good husband when it's all an act. And the mom talking about, "Oh, your father love us." And Miles tell his mom that he's cheating on her. The mama basically told Miles that she know, but she just don't care. And he asked her why she going on with the charade, and she said she need him to stay out of her marriage. He walked away, and he was telling Maya at the end of the episode that he's done with his mom and he done with his dad. He done with both of them. He told Maya that he loved her, which was very awkward because they have literally no chemistry, like at all. They have no chemistry. But I really like this episode because I liked the input on Miles' character. Because I already knew from the very first episode that Miles was in hell. Y'all didn't know, I knew. He was going to be one of the best characters in Degrassi. And I feel like this second half is really starting to get good because it's been nothing but drama. And I just love that this episode took more of a liking to his character. But again, it seemed like Degrassi kind of forget they have a freshman class. And it's the only sophomores in this season, just Maya and Miles and Winston and Zoe. Where the fuck is Tristan? Where the fuck is Zig? Where the fuck is the rest of the sophomore class? Tristan is rarely in any episodes. Neither is Zig. Like, why are they here? Why? Anyway, I'm giving this episode a 10 out of 10 because I loved it, and this is always one of those episodes from season 13 I always do watch. I just didn't remember how good it was when it came to Miles' character input until now. But I'm going to catch you guys in my next review. Catch you later, boo.